This is the third Talisman we have been tested in the past year, and since Victor is still on vacation and I'm working instead of him, we're in contact all the time, and he said, well, don't forget to tell about the engine, and the Airlink is a bit too old. Yeah, sure, no problem, but I don't care about that. I mean, look at this car. This color, it's like, wow.
Well, this is the third time we're testing this car, true, but alright. It's been about a year since its introduction, but it still looks cool and fresh, as well as the LED strips under its headlights, which attract gazes. But even more attractive than that are the colors available, like the blue or, in this case, a lovely red. The car sports 19-inch alloys with 245mm of width, which is interesting as it beats its rival Passat by 10mm. Not to mention this is with its most powerful engine, while Volkswagen says the narrower types are due to fuel consumption. The car looks pretty imposing and elegant, also sporty, which Renault's past models lacked. The sunroof is quite interesting as it's comprised of a moving and static part. It looks great and gives the car even more elegance. The top-of-the-line equipment seats have always been extra comfortable, and they can easily compare to those in more premium vehicles with both massage and cooling functions. The interior is somewhat a mixed bag. Lovely leather on the dashboard and hard plastics under it. I still think Renault is shooting themselves in their foot here, while the competitors do better. And then there's the infotainment system, which, well, I'll be honest, the graphics used feel like the CEO's son was working there in the summer and just happened to have a computer on which he was learning how to use Photoshop. Don't get me wrong, the system performs all the required functions, but it could definitely do with a complete overhaul of how it looks. Also, apart from the temperature, the climate settings can only be adjusted with a touchscreen, but it requires you to look away from the road and can be temperamental. But there are also good solutions and design decisions, like the command button. Once you get used to it, you don't need to look at the screen anymore. Another plus is an SD card slot, where you can store your favorite music. It works much faster than a USB flash drive and has better quality than Bluetooth.
About this Airlink, I'm not sure what more could be done to improve the system. It has the navigation, it has the radio, so basically for everyday driving it's what you need. Now what I did notice, it's when you accelerate from first gear, the car actually jumps. And then when it goes to the second gears, it says like, I'm already dead.
Oh, thank you so much for annulling everything I've just said. Yes, well, the transmission behaved exactly like Tina has just described, which is curious as we've tested them again with the same double clutch and it didn't have those problems. The engine is a 1.6-liter petrol with 200 horses or 147 kilowatts. Acceleration to 100 km per hour takes 7.6 seconds, which isn't bad for a car this size. You'll be able to get to around 240 km per hour and race the BMWs. I mean, drive according to the speed limit, of course. There's also 4Control, the system which turns the rear wheels to make the turning circle smaller at speeds below 40 km per hour. At speeds above that, it's supposed to make the car sharper and more responsive. At first, it's a rather strange feeling, as if the car is bending, but everything can be learned with time, and as always, we always try to resist change. Final thoughts, the consumption will hover around 7 liters per 100 kilometers, which is similar to its petrol rivals. The engine is certainly more responsive than its diesel brother and probably the better choice. If you get the chance, you should drive the car yourself, as it's not limping behind its competitors. It actually beats them with the price tag.